Like drop, fuck that door like
It's Vlogmas episode 10. Oh, y'all, we in the 2 digits now. It seems like this is going by so fast. Anyway, so today is day 10. Let me find 10, y'all. Hold on. What? Okay, I found it. Hold on. So, y'all, here go day 10. Let's open it up. Once again, just my luck. Let's just get into the video. Today, this video is going to consist of a story time of how I found out I was pregnant / labor and delivery. Okay, so, you know, sometimes us women, we know when we're pregnant, and some of us don't really know at the time. But I felt the change in my body. It's like I felt different from what I usually feel. And so I asked my friend at the time that was pregnant, I was like, how did you find out you was pregnant? So she told me she was eating stuff she'd never eat and stuff like that. So I was like, okay. So I'm telling my husband, I was like, babe, I think I need to take a pregnancy test. And so April 26th of 2019, when I got off of work, I had went to the store and we got a pregnancy test. So when I took them, it said positive. So I'm sitting here, we both happy, we telling everybody. I text my mama and I tell her like, look at this, it's a positive pregnancy test, I'm pregnant. So she asked me, she was like, did you take both of them at the same time? And I was like, yeah. She was like, maybe you need to go take another one because you took both of them at the same time. So, me being excited, I got kind of discouraged because her telling me this, I'm thinking I'm not pregnant. So, I sent my husband to go get some more pregnancy tests. So, he got the first response. It was 2 in the pack. So, I took them and they were positive. So, I was pregnant. So we're gonna fast forward to me going in my ultrasound appointment when they were checking on like her spinal cord and everything. So my doctor told me, he was like, she has a spot by her heart. So he had sent me to the high risk doctor. The high risk doctor was like, oh, it's nothing. It's just gonna fade away. It's nothing to worry about. So he set me an appointment for like 4 to 8 weeks later. And when I went, he told me it was gone. So I went back to my regular doctor. When I told him that, he said that everything was fine, it was nothing that faded away. He seemed kind of iffy about it. But we went on about our regular day. So my due date was December the 2nd, but I got induced on November 26th. So yeah, I got induced that morning. I didn't have her till later on that night. She was a stubborn baby. And when I had her, it's like the nurses was sitting there playing with my baby head, saying how she had a head full of hair. But ma'am, I am in pain. Can you get this baby out of me? I don't think you down here playing with her hair. Anyways, so I went ahead and had it at 7:35, and me and my husband, we wanted her to stay in the room with us, but I had been through like almost 12 hours of labor, so he wanted to get some rest because he had been up all night with me. And so we decided to let her go to the nursery. So as we laying there, kind of watching TV, winding down and relaxing, the nurse comes in to us. She says, we're taking her to NICU because she'll be breathing, then she'll stop, then she'll start back. So, that set off a word some in our heads, and think about it, I couldn't go see her because I had got preeclampsia after I gave birth. So 2 days went by and I was actually able to go and see her. So, we were discharged from the hospital, but she had to stay because they still weren't knowing what was going on. So, like, the next day, they were about to send us home with her on oxygen. God said, nope, The cardiologist, her heart doctor, came in. He told us it's this thing called an echo that they do. It's like an ultrasound of the heart. They did one on her, and he said that she has a murmur. And so when they took pictures of her heart with the echo, he told us that our baby had tetralogy of Fallot. That was basically meaning that one of her arteries weren't connected to the line where she has to get her blood flow from, and she had a narrowing it was a narrowing part towards her heart. So at first he was telling us that she wouldn't have to get the surgery until she was like 3 or 4 months. But he had said he wanted to get another echo to look at it just to make sure. They called us and told us, she can't wait till she's 3 or 4 months. She had to go in right then and there. Keep in mind, my baby was only a week old, and she's about to go have open heart surgery. So, it was December the 1st. That night, she had to get airlifted to New Orleans, to the Children's Hospital. And you know what? We got on that road that same night. As soon as she got airlifted, we were on the road on our way down there to her. She made it there at like 11 at night, but we didn't make it there till like 2 in the morning. And the good thing about it was, we were right across the hall from her. So we could go see her anytime we wanted. She didn't have to have surgery. They said her surgery date, December the 5th. So early that morning, she went in. And she had her surgery. Everything was good. She came out good. We visited her, told her we loved her, and we went across the room, and we got our rest. Around 1 o'clock in the morning, I get a call. It's the nurses across the hall calling me, telling me I needed to come over. I get in there. The nurse tells me, your baby coded. They were in there right now giving her CPR, trying to get her back. When I tell you I lost all hair and my body became stiff, she was steadily talking to me and I couldn't hear a word she was saying. So when I finally came to my senses, she told me, she said, I need you to go back across the hall and we're going to call you when everything's okay. So that's when my husband wakes up and I tell him, and he go tells his mom, because his mom and his uncle was down there with us, and she calls my mom and we're all just praying. We all in tears, just going crazy. They're taking forever and ever to call us back. Like an hour or so later, they finally call us back and we go over and they telling us she's on the bypass machine and her surgeon was telling us she might not even make it through the night. It said she had coded and they had to do CPR on her for a whole hour. Excuse me, y'all, I'm trying not to cry. But you know what? God stepped in again. It took maybe 2 weeks for my baby to recover, and she got off of that bypass machine. She was doing everything she needed to do. She was waking up. They had to sedate her because she wasn't fully supposed to be up at the time, because they still had her chest open for like stuff like when she coded, they could easily get her back up and moving and everything. So like 3 days after that, that's when they went ahead and closed up her chest, and she was doing good. They had took a breathing tube out. She was breathing on her own. She was breathing out air. She didn't have to have the oxygen on for too long. She was breathing out air. And so one day they were saying that they wanted to take her to get an MRI because she had been out for so long before they brought her back with the CPR that he felt like she was going to cause brain damage. So they took her down for her MRI. They brought her back and he told us, he said, that baby is a miracle baby. We took a look at her MRI and we didn't see anything. She is going to be fine. I tell you now, that baby she's a miracle baby. She's just up and moving and just you wouldn't have never known she had heart surgery unless we would have told you, or you would see her scar. We didn't leave the hospital until December the 27th. So yeah, she had to spend her first Christmas in the hospital, and she had to spend her first Thanksgiving in the hospital. She spent her whole first month of life in the hospital. So she came home. She was being a normal baby. They was telling us that she might have a delay in learning. I don't listen to the doctors anymore. God is on my side. My baby is up and doing everything she's supposed to. So but when she did come home, they didn't get to do the full repair because she was so small. So in June, matter of fact, June 21st, 2020, on Father's Day, she had to go back to New Orleans to get her full repair. I tell you how much of a miracle baby my baby is, because when she got this second surgery, she was in surgery for 12 hours straight. She came out that surgery. We went to see her. She was waking up from that sedation as soon as we walked in. It's like she heard our voices. It was maybe the next day. She was moving around. She got her breathing tube out. She was breathing on her own. Didn't need the oxygen. when they put the feeding tube in, she snatched that out because she was ready to eat from her bottle. She was eating from her bottle again. Keep in mind, she was like 6 or 7 months. She was up moving. We were holding her. She was playing with us and everything. We went home within a week from her having that surgery. And she is the happiest baby I ever seen. She's up now. She's 1 year old now. She's up. She's walking. She's trying to talk. You would never know that she had heart surgery if we didn't tell you. I thank God every day for her. She's still here. She's still healthy. And she's still breathing. Well, thank you guys for sitting here listening to me. Like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on your post notifications so you know when I post. And I'm out.
Not that rock, that beat. I mean, down my sock, can't hold my Glock.